Coronavirus disease 2019 is an infectious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. The disease was first identified in 2019 in Wuhan, the capital of Hubei China, and has since spread globally, resulting in the 2019 to 2020 coronavirus pandemic. It is this platform for the conversation COVID-19 resets culture. In view of the aforesaid, presumably COVID-19 pandemic is no myth, but a disease that resets culture. The aforesaid declaration implies that Newton's third law, paradigm shift, culture, and pandemic theories are interacting in a global cultural space. Given the specificity and logistics of this conversation, metaphorically and symbolically, global citizens are the conduits whereby the said theories are expressed. Plausibly, although culture and pandemic can be characterized as theoretical constructs, conversely, they do not foster a symbiotic relationship but are antithesis to culture. A case in point, the World Health Organization and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention both advise that to stop the spread of communicable disease, physical contact with others should be avoided, including specifically handshakes. Most public health jurisdictions in the United States and Canada echo this plea in their own public communications. For example, Ottawa Public Health's website advises under the influenza tab, you can get the flu by shaking hands with someone who has the flu or by touching surfaces that have come into contact with flu droplets. Handshaking practices in Liberia came under assault during the 2014 Ebola outbreak. A recognizable genre of news story targeting the handshake repeats annually in most major news media at the beginning of every flu season. Thus, in pandemic culture, the handshake is an increasingly recognized, scrutinized, restricted, and even prohibited social ritual. Culture is defined as the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music, and arts. As long as the person lives in a society or community of people, there will always be traditions, cultures, and sometimes heritage depending on the type of group. On the other hand, the construct pandemic invariably affects global citizens to live with fear of getting contaminated. This ethos will create a domino effect. Citizens are going to stop going to shops or restaurants. Consequently, this action will affect the global economies, hence creating a decrease in income for local, regional, and international businesses. Overall, on pulling back my lens as an author, media arts specialist, licensed cultural practitioner, publisher, CEO, and student of film, metaphorically applying the close-up shot because it is one of my common tools in my visual storytelling and a very powerful mechanism used in analyze the data to constitute this conversation, COVID-19 pandemic. Undoubtedly, COVID-19 is no myth, but in all probability, coronavirus pandemic is a disease that resets culture.